A graduation ceremony for nursing students at Howard University ended abruptly and in chaos after angry family members chanted, quote, "Let us in," and pounded on the door and smashed windows after being locked out when the auditorium hit full capacity. Loved ones and students in the College of Nursing and Allied Health Science packed into the Crampton Auditorium in Washington, D.C. on Thursday. But not all of the relatives made it inside that building before the ceremony was abruptly canceled during the keynote address. Chaotic video footage shows dozens of people standing outside of the auditorium chanting, "Let us in, let us in." The ceremony began. Pictures showed a glass door has been shattered during the commotion as people banged on the doors and tried to push past security in order to enter. A student, Brianna Flowers, stated this: "While they were doing keynote speaker, there was like a loud bang. Even before that, it was 10 minutes straight, just like boom, 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 boom." School officials told students that their families, mid-ceremony, that the fire department had to come to shut things down.
Because of the size of the room and because our relatives sometimes do not know how to act, the fire department is now here to shut us down. So this is what we're going to do. Hear me clearly. Hear me clearly. This is what we're going to do. Each of the
However, DC Fire and EMS denied shutting down the graduation. Quote, "DC Fire and EMS did not shut down tonight's events. At around 6:42 p.m., we responded to the Crampton Auditorium for a medical location at the request of campus police. The patient was evaluated and refused transportation, and DC Fire and EMS departed. Students and their families were left shocked and upset by how quickly things got out of hand." Another graduate by the name of Kiana Hamilton stated this: "I'm confused why it got so crazy, how it got so quick, so bad, so fast." Another graduate stated that the incident was especially heartbreaking for her and her family because she didn't get to walk during her high school graduation back in 2020 due to the coronavirus pandemic. Quote, "I didn't even get to walk. I didn't even get to walk. I graduated magna cum laude and I didn't even get to walk. I'm the class of 2020. I didn't get to walk for my high school graduation and I didn't get to walk for my college graduation." Other graduates lamented over how much money their families had spent to be there for their special day just for it to be canceled. An unnamed student stated this: "All that money we spent. My father, my grandmother came down from North Carolina." Howard stated security removed someone from the building before the ceremony who returned and smashed the glass door outside of the auditorium. One student was found with cuts on their hand from the broken glass. Quote, "This incident led to a disturbance among guests outside of the facility, resulting in a disruption of the program. Guests in attendance were immediately dispersed following the incident. Some of the affected students were able to walk in the university's main commencement ceremony on Saturday, while individuals' awards were given out to students on Friday." I want to say that you can't sit up there and blame white people for this at all. This is something specifically that had to do with black people. You can see them all directly there, right? There were no interlopers. There wasn't somebody that was hiding incognito in a mask or whatnot or whatever. These were black families that were there. And you had people that wanted to bang directly on doors. You had people that wanted to argue. They wanted to shout. I need it for a lot of people, for a lot of black people. I know this might be a little bit hard to understand. Get there on time. And when people specifically tell you like, hey, the auditorium is full, it's full to capacity, it's pretty much a fire safety if we allow more people directly in there just in case of emergency happens. When people explain and tell that to you, just say, okay, it is what it is. It makes no sense for everybody to try to stuff directly in there just so that they can see or do whatever it is that they want to do. Because now it went from a graduation ceremony to congratulate these students for their hard work and everything that they did over the years to it now being about you and how it is that you feel entitled as a family member on how it is that you should be able to be there and sit there and see your family walk across the stage. That's crazy. Y'all literally ruined these kids' day And as one girl stated, she didn't get to walk previously back in 2020 because of COVID. And now, outside of COVID, she graduated again in 2024, and she's not able to walk because black people want to sit up there and act a fool at the commencement ceremony because they wasn't able to get in. What was the use of breaking the glass? You're at a college. What's really going on? We're not dealing with a high school, right? Like I said before, a lot of people need to leave that hood mentality, leave that elsewhere. Or maybe for some of the graduates, like, yo, all of your family, you can't take them everywhere. This is why there was a saying that my grandmother used to always tell me, that you can't take everybody everywhere. Because a lot of people need to stay exactly where they are. Because if you decide to uproot them and bring them on a trip or take them wherever, they're not going to know how to act. Because they ain't never been nowhere. So they're going to bring all of their home training or lack thereof to whatever situation, to whatever event, to whatever vacation. And now it's going to make everybody look bad. And that's what happened. Out of all places, not even, and this is me not trying to say that it should be allowed at certain, out of all places, you're going to do this at a college. You're going to do this at Howard. What is wrong with y'all? All the money that was spent to put these kids through school, all the work that they had to sit up there and do, and then y'all also had to pay money just to show up to the graduation, and y'all literally ruined it, and you know you're not getting a refund. That's crazy. Like I said, you can't save some people. You just can't. You cannot take everybody everywhere. You just can't. So like I said, much love and appreciation to all of the graduates who graduated, the hard work, the dedication, all the long hours that you had to pull through studying in order to get, whatever degree or paperwork that you have, so that now you can, continue on to the next step in life. Shout out, many blessings and much love and appreciation to the hard work that you did and the hard work that you're going to continue to do in the future to not just better yourself, but the lives of other people. And, it's a shame, that you guys had to deal with this. It's a shame that some of y'all families out there don't know how to act. They act like they was raised in the back of a barn somewhere, and they want to start throwing a ruckus. They want to start banging on doors, breaking glass, arguing. And like I said, this is not a club. We're not out at 2 or 3 a.m. at some type of club and everybody's full of drinks. This is daylight hours. This is a graduation for your kids, for your family member, or maybe even a neighbor's family member. Like, it makes no sense. It makes zero sense. And like I said before, these are the things that I've talked about before on how it is that the black community needs to make sure to start stepping up a lot of things. But again, people want to sit up there and tell me that everybody's an individual, everybody's this, everybody's that. So be it. Again, when you decide to step out of this country and people want to sit up there and look at you and they want to categorize you, they're not going to categorize you as an individual, special word. They're going to group you in with everybody else. So regardless on how it is that you feel about a specific instance or a situation, the world is going to sit up there and tell you different, just like the world tells everybody else. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I listed in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.